Good day, everyone. Merry meet. My name is Glennis, and I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. If you are new and you've just found my channel, well, welcome. I hope you subscribe and join us. And if you're a returning subscriber, well, you guys already know, thank you so much, and it's so great to see everybody. I just wanted to come on today and, well, first, to remind you of Wednesday Witches Brew tomorrow. And I'm been asked a couple of different questions. One is personal, which of course I don't mind answering a personal question. And the other is about puppet work. And all I can say is I will go through it as the very best that I can. I've been thinking about it, and you know, sometimes, well, you know, you do something so often, or you know, you've been doing it a specific way for so long, and it just becomes kind of second nature, and you don't think about things, you know, exactly the steps that you go through. But I will do my very best to explain it to you as best that I can. But today, I kind of wanted to backtrack just a wee bit and go through some of my spell work that I can go through. Now, some of these are for clients. Only one is personal, but the rest of these have been for clients, and these are outcomes. Now, one client is, I couldn't even put their videos up. So, you know, what can you do? But needless to say, as far as their spell is concerned, it was a combination of road opener and a couple of different things that I can't say, but worked very, very well. And let's just say they're very happy, and things are going swimmingly. So anyway, without further ado, I wanted to kind of go through, I want to start with this one. And I'm not sure if you guys remember me working this spell or not. He has definitely seen better days. But this was for a client who had someone giving them a hard time, and legally giving them a hard time. And I didn't look back on my videos to, you know, to go through every single video that I did for this particular working, because I went through several. It was quite the chore, because once someone takes legal action and things happen, I can only do so much legally. But once you're in the process, I can kind of bend things this way and that way. But I remember very well doing this, and this person was telling me, you know, they're lying, they're not telling the truth, they're, you know, so I remember very well in my spell that I made sure that their words would come back to haunt them, so to speak. And by golly, they got up in a legal situation, and basically they were made a liar out of in an open forum. So there you go. You know, it took a few months of workings, but you know, this is done and done, and so I'm thankful that these people are out of their life. But yeah, so, but you know, once legally you're in a throw of something, then it's kind of tough to change legal things, but you can bend things other ways. Now this one, this is actually new. I started working, well, this candle is new. I started working, and this will have to do with my puppets tomorrow when I discuss that, as far as working with photos, you know, things like that. This person, and this is their herb blend, and I did a road opener and a call me spell, and I believe it was Sunday. I think they sent the email Saturday night, but you guys know I'm an early to bed, early to rise kind of person. But I got up Sunday, and I found out that they had been a couple, and then they were no longer a couple. And this person was wishing for them to get back together. And so very often, if you're going to do a call me spell or love spell or something like that, you really, really should just make a road opener part of the scenario, simply because, you know, you don't know if they have a mental block, a physical block. So in that respect, yes, definitely a road opener was in order, but I did a road opener for them, which, you know, I did a sigil here on this candle. And of course, all the candles are anointed, and then they have their own sigil here. But what I had to work with them was basically photos. And so I'm so glad that they are talking again, and they're hopefully going to work things out. But my client has asked for an additional type thing to carry forward this. And so what I've got and what I've gathered together is a red candle. I think you guys, yeah, a red candle. And that's, you know, love, lust, passion, right? And a key. I'm going to include a key. And I'm just going to put this in here because clear glass, because I want everything to be clear, totally transparent. I've also, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with this person photo, and again, I'll go over that with you guys tomorrow. But I've got a little box here for them that I'm going to put both of their photos in. I'm going to anoint it with my oil here, and of course it's for love, of course. And again, don't panic. I'm not taking anyone's free will away. I'm just, giving someone a gentle nudge. But I've got a cute little adorable pink box with a little heart. Yeah, with a little heart on it. I think you guys can see. And I've got some pink rose quartz here. And I'm going to anoint their photos. And again, this is all part of puppet work. But I'll explain that tomorrow. But anyway, they're going to go in here and they're going to basically stew or cook on my altar. And I'm going to be working this for a good long time because I want them to be very, very happy. Now this working, of course, I think you guys saw this yesterday. You saw part of it anyway. Part of it, of course, again, there's photos involved. And someone was asking me, how do you do puppets? How do you work with that? But I had photos, thankfully, which is an incredible help. And of course I had my candle that I'm going to be working again today. And of course I do put a few herbs in here. And what you guys, and I'm sure some of you understand, but what you should think about is everything that you bring to the table, so to speak, or to your altar. Of course, this isn't my working altar, but everything that you bring to the table, from whether it be patchouli, graveyard dirt, which has energy all unto itself, pepper, things like that, and their ancestral candle here, everything that you bring has should have so much vibrations and energy behind it. I know that I have sent packages out to several different people, and I think they were surprised at the energy, just opening the box, opening everything that I sent, the energy that came off of everything, because I put so much intent and so much energy into absolutely every aspect, whether it be just a very small chime candle or your herbs or a larger candle. You have to engrave them, anoint them, bless and dress them, and work with them, and work with your deities. Of course, your deities is very important as far as puppet work is concerned. But anyway, I'm going to be working this for probably a good week or so. And again, when it comes right down to it, with this particular spell from yesterday, I didn't really ask for anything negative, simply because, once you draw first blood, uh, it's going to come back to you. And that's all I've asked, is for it to go right back to them. And if they open their mouths again about my client, then it'd be nothing but positive, good words. Now, if we have to ramp it up, we can ramp it up a little bit, but I would give this a good week or so. Ideally, traditionally, and this is tradition, once this candle is done working, the client should take it and, I guess, drive by the person that's harassing them and throw it out in the street in front of their home or in their driveway or something like that. But I honestly think, given the fact that we don't want to antagonize these people anymore, I'll be happy to dispose of this for you if you want me to, when the time comes, when I'm finished working it. Or I can send it to you. It's really, really up to you. But I'll be happy to dispose of it. And all I'll dispose of is the remnants of this wax, because this will be totally, totally burned down. And I probably will just simply and safely throw it in some moving water. And at that point, it will go out to my God and Goddess and my deities who are working on this. And this will send this out and away from me. So there you go for that. But now this person, I'm not really quite sure if you guys saw part of the spell. Of course, I didn't put all of my ingredients on here on YouTube, and not exactly everything that I did. This candle will never be burned. And I really, if I wasn't having so much fun torturing this candle, this person, I really should, by rights, by now, get rid of it. But, you know, I think I'm going to give it one good more go around, and then I'll have to let it go and get rid of it. I will not put this in the water. More than likely, what I'll do is I'll just take some newspaper and wrap not just the candle, but the whole thing up, because I don't want to take it out of here. I don't even want to touch it. But I'll probably just wrap it up, bubble wrap newspaper, and there's an empty warehouse that's pretty derelict, kind of near here, kind of. And just basically abandon it there. And the person that finds it, well, they can throw it in the trash, and hopefully they won't open it. But with this person, again, this was personal. This was my personal thing. When I first started, you know, asking this person to just leave me alone, I'm not asking for a lot, I don't think. You know, they just didn't get the hint. I started, you know, basically a freezer spell, leave me alone, things like that. And then I thought, well, maybe if I become nice, I know that's a stretch, but maybe if I become nice and wish them well and help them find someone else to occupy their minds with, and that didn't work. So I just simply had to do this, and, you know, I tried being nice. I really, really did. So I have not heard from this person, and I'm sure they have not disappeared off of the face of the earth. Of course, I could really care less if they did. But they haven't bothered me in quite a few months, thankfully. And, you know, if they happen to bother me again, which I don't really think they will, because, well, I'm not going to say why, but, but I can just become even worse. So, I mean, kind of the choice is up to them. I started off really nice. I escalated until the point where, what can I say? But now, you guys, I have not forgotten about showing how I do sigils. I've got some notes here, and I want you guys to remember, I am not an artist. I mean, really, I am not an artist. And I started working with sigils. I think you guys maybe can see a little bit. And so I'm kind of working with it. Working with a sigil for me, of course, it's somewhat artistic, but for me, it has a lot to do with energy and intentions. And I've spoken to you guys about that before. You know, it's good to have your candles and your herbs and your oils and things like that, but it's the energy and the intention that you put into them that really brings about the magic. Okay? So the magic really is actually in each and every one of you. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you join me tomorrow for Wednesday Witch's Brew, and I will do my very best to answer all of your questions. I hope you guys have a wonderfully awesome day. With that, I'm going to say merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.